when we return here. 9:05 to play, first period. No score.
Welcome, everybody, to the light beer battle of the big guys. And there they are, two teams locked in mortal combat to decide the eternal argument over light beer from Miller. On one side, the big guys who think the best thing about light is it tastes great.
Yeah, it tastes great. Tastes great.
On the other side, the big guys who think the best thing about light is it has a third less calories than their regular beer. It's less filling.
Less filling. Less filling.
I feel strongly both ways.
I tell you, this is really no respect. Blue is the violet and red is the rose. You don't pull them or break your nose.
The tension here is almost unbearable.
Oh, you guys.
They can't go on much longer. Something big has got to happen soon. Holy cow, look at that.
Hi, Mickey.
Hi, dolls.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
I still don't know why they asked me to do this commercial.
Harold Robbins' bestseller, The Pirate, becomes a powerful television event. Starting Tuesday on CBS, Harold Robbins, The Pirate.
The Chicago Bears offense, as we see New Orleans in front of Dallas 7-0 in the first period. And we mentioned that with 16 yards, looking at that score, Washington on the board. With 16 yards, Walter Payton has now reached 4,956 to tie Gale Sayers as the Bears' second most prolific rusher in Chicago history. First down, Chicago at the 49 of Atlanta. Phipps to throw on first down and intended for Richards. He was open. The ball a little bit behind him, went off his arm, incomplete. Rick Bias on the coverage, number 38, the right cornerback. He's got 2 interceptions. Missed the second half of last week's game against New Orleans with a thigh injury, but starting today for Atlanta. Last week, the Bears lost to Minnesota, 17-14, their 8th loss in a row. Well, the Falcons came up with that late victory over New Orleans, 20-17. Second down and 10. Phipps sideliner. It looked like it might have been tipped, and it was intended for James Scott, and Scott made the grab. No, he did not. Incomplete. Incomplete.
Roland Lawrence was right there. The pass was a little bit short. He was on the coverage very well. The Bears have thrown now on first and second down, which they haven't done that much during the season.
Looked like maybe an outstretched hands of a rusher might have tipped that ball a little bit as it took a dive towards Scott. Made a good effort. He got down on the ball, couldn't squeeze it. Third down. Here come the Falcons blitzing, and Phipps gets out of there nicely. He'll have to run it, and is going to be short of the first down. Got to the 40-yard line. And the Falcons had the rush on. Fawina, the man to finally stop him. Good effort by Phipps against the blitz. But again, the Bears will have to give up the ball.
Even though Phipps got some yardage, the Falcons did what they wanted. They put the pressure on, ruined the pass pattern, and have forced the Bears to punt. The Falcons love to blitz. They'll do it half the time, 60% of the time in a game. And sometimes you'll give up big plays, but sometimes it can cause big plays.
Carson standing at the 45. Now hits it from the 49-yard line. Fair catch called for by Billy Rickman. And they spot it at the 13 of the Atlanta Falcons, where Atlanta will take over when we return with 8:11 remaining now in the first quarter. And still no score here at very chilly Soldier Field in Chicago. The New York Jets led this game early, but New England has come back to lead 10-7 at the half. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris here in Chicago, where Atlanta has first down. We are scoreless still in the first period. First down at their own 13-yard line. Bean and Stanback are the running backs. Straight ahead out to the 20-yard line. Bubba Bean. Stanback make it, number 24. And got to the 20 for a gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards. Let's call it 2nd and 3. Reeves on the tackle, number 57.
Alfred Jackson has just brought in a play from the sidelines. The Falcons shuttle in their plays with Alfred bringing in. Let's see if they try a pass.
This is Bean. Good hole off tackle. Bubba Bean, and he breaks through Terry Schmidt over the 30-yard line to the 32. Fine run. And a first down Atlanta as they come from the shadow of their goal line after the 38-yard punt by Parsons set them back to the 13. Let's see it again.
Bubba Bean is not a real big back, but he's shifty. He gets through the hole and then turns it on here and almost runs over Terry Schmidt, 44, and gets a couple of extra yards out of it. They're not big backs, but they're nifty small backs. They've been averaging about 3.3 per carry, and they'd like to get that running game going a little bit better.
Bubba Bean, 5'11", 195 from Texas A&M. And Bartkowski will throw wide open as Mitchell, the tight end. Mitchell rolling over the 50 to the 45 of Chicago. Good pass play as Mitchell had all kinds of room. Fensick finally tackled him. Bartkowski on the mark has a first down in Chicago territory.
Mitchell got a couple of steps on Fensick, number 45. You'll see coming from behind there 2 or 3 yards. And of course, when Big Jim gets a hold of that ball, he's a big man, and Fensick grabs him from behind, and finally they pull him down, but not before he goes forward for a couple of 3 more yards. So the Falcons have their second first down in a row.
A 23-yard gain. Set what running back up on the wing? That's Stanback. And they give it to Bean. Same play to the left this time, but the Bears shut this one down. That is Gary Campbell, number 59, on the tackle after a gain of about 2.
There are some Chicago Bears on the sideline studying those plays.
You can see them down in that little dugout they have here at Soldier Field, so that the players are below the level of the fans along the sideline seats, the ones closest to the playing surface. It is 2nd and about 8 for Atlanta. They are driving, coming smartly out of their own zone. It started at their own 13. Stanback inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
And I'll tell you, the Atlanta Falcons interior of their line is really blocking. Watch this play as you see the entire Bear defense go backwards as the Falcons. There you can see the block on Reeves by Van Note, pushing him back. Jim Osborne is on his back, and here comes Stanback. They drove them back 5 yards before the back made any contact with a defensive player. Good blocking by the interior line of the Atlanta Falcons, and that's a young line too, isn't it? Very young.
Sure is, a real young line, and they've got high hopes for the future with them. So it is first down again, and this is Stanback, number 24, and the Bears shut him down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Waldershot and Fensick coming up to make the tackle. Alan Page over there, also number 82, and a gain of about 2 yards. The Giants leading Philadelphia 14-6 in the second period.
Joe
and
Pizarzik.
San Diego and Minnesota tied 7.
And Pizarzik has thrown a couple of touchdown passes for the Giants.
Philadelphia, tough team defensively. The ball at the 31-yard line of Chicago. Atlanta on the move. There is no score. We're in the first period. Play action. Bartkowski with time, and that's overthrown. There was good coverage downfield on Rickman. Reeves and Livers were both down there. Double coverage on Rickman.
They had him short and deep. Livers stayed with him as he came down, made a move, came back towards the ball like a good receiver should. But Reeves was there in front of him, and Bartkowski did a good job of just throwing the ball over everybody.
The Bears send in Wentford Gaines, an extra defensive back, and they take out number 57 Reeves and send in Bruce Herron, number 51 at linebacker. Third down. Falcons trying to keep their drive alive. They're in the I formation. Bartkowski is sacked. It was Alan Page, number 82, coming in the right side, beating Dave Scott to get in there and sack Bartkowski.
Yes, he beat Scott. You can see Page is so quick. He got around Scott before he could put the block on him, and down went Bartkowski. And that's been a problem for the Falcons this year. They have more sacks than anybody in the league. I think it's 38. That's a lot of time for a quarterback to be sacked in 11 games.
So back at the 41-yard line, the 39, pardon me, the line of scrimmage, and it'll be James standing at his own 46, awaiting the snap. Hitting it from the Bears 49, angling for the sideline, and it's going to bounce into the end zone.
He downed it, but in the end zone, he had his fundamentals down. He got him.
About a yard inside the end zone, so it'll come out to the 20, and the Bears will begin from there after stopping Atlanta's first thrust. We have 4:01 remaining first quarter, and we are still scoreless. First down, Chicago Bears from their own 20, following the John James punt into the end zone. We are scoreless. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris at Soldier Field in Chicago. Mike Phipps is the Chicago Bears quarterback. Peyton and Harper the running backs, and they shift to the pro set. Miscount there, but
Yes.
Phipps sideliner complete to Golden Richards. A flag is down, however, at the line of scrimmage as he is out of bounds at the 27 of Chicago.
They had a missed snap there. Either Phipps wasn't expecting it as soon as he got it, or he expected it sooner, and it caused him to hesitate. And I think that messed up the timing and also messed up the rules because they're getting penalized.
Here's the call.
Holding offense number 52, 10 yards, still first down.
That was Dan Neal, 52. He did two things wrong, I think, on that play. He figured, well, we're getting a penalty. I might as well make sure that my man doesn't make the tackle.
So they're back at the 10-yard line, 1st and 20. No score.
Oh, they're up there for the blitz. Let's see what they do. They back out.
Walter Payton, and breaking through was Fawina, number 74, that forced Payton into traffic, and he got to the line of scrimmage. Stopped right there, and this very active Atlanta defense. Neil Armstrong, the Bears coach, said you just never know where they're coming at you from. Greg Brazina leads the team in sacks, but they get a lot of help. The linebackers are coming often. They bring the safeties up. Frank Reed gets in on a lot of action for them, and they're just a very active team defensively.
Yes, Kuykendall's all over the place. He's been in on 193 tackles this year. That's a lot of tackles.
So it is 2nd down, still 20, no gain on that play. Payton trying to get outside, and he swarmed under again, just over the line of scrimmage. Pennywell, the middle linebacker, number 59, and number 52, Dewey McLean, the extra linebacker, in the 2nd and long. Put the tackle on him.
Well, Walter Payton is having a tough time getting that 16 yards to beat Sayers' record. As you see, he comes from the eye, dips out, and then there is a host of Atlanta Falcons. Kuykendall, McLean, everybody. Reed gets in on it. That's gang tackling. That's Atlanta defense.
Well, unofficially, with that pickup, he just passed. Walter Payton just passed Gale Sayers by about 1.5 yards. All-time Chicago career rushing. Rick Caceres, of course, still the leader in that department. This is Roland Harper. Quick opener out to the 20-yard line. Brazina, number 50, made the tackle. But the Chicago Bears will have to punt again. 4th down at the 20.
Good tackle by Brazina, or Harper would have had a lot of big yardage right up the middle.
Greg Brazina, 12th-year man from Houston, drafted in the 11th round back in 1968. And we said at the top of the show he anchors a young linebacking core. Pennywell, just a 3rd-year man. Kuykendall, a 4th-year man. And a pass play. Flags down everywhere, a bunch of flags, and it may be interference.